with Jason so I can try to go start taking care of some business.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hey, we back, we live. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what happened. We was 5 minutes into the show. Over on Facebook and Twitch. I don't know what happened to the YouTube portion of it, but we here now, y'all. So I'm sorry. That first 15 minutes that we was absent, we was actually on time. We was punctual. Started the live stream right at noon. Leslie was in her bag. Blaze was in her bag. I don't know what happened, but anyway, for everybody over on YouTube, we live now. I got my good brother Sydney Blaze in the building. How you feeling, Sydney?
I'm good. I'm good. We good.
All right, yeah,
Oh man, hardly working.
y'all see him hard at work on location. Also got my good sister, good brother. What is you a they now, Leslie? You identify as non-binary. I got my
Don't
good.
don't get us canceled.
I'm sorry. I got my good sister Leslie Brown in the building. How you feeling, sister?
You don't misgender her like that.
You said what?
Okay, cause you know they gonna start coming for you.
If I misgender you, I'm sorry.
Stop doing it. But
I'm
I'm good, y'all. I'm blessed still, blessed before, and gonna stay blessed. That's all I got for y'all.
That's all she got for us. Yeah, but we was we started.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You chopping up a little bit. Your signal ain't as strong as it typically is, but we'll rock with it, bro. Since you in the field. What you about to say, that, bro? All right, y'all got to bear with Blaze. His signal is choppy. He's on location, so we just bear with his technical difficulties over there. It's a lot of them going on today. But Leslie, you were bringing up. You said you have a hard time not singing "Sexy Red" lyrics. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I be having to ask God for forgiveness because I just feel like I'm way too old to be loving this young lady like this. Like we really I really cuts up like in the car, especially what's the new one, the little ski. We be in the car, me and my niece and my nephew screaming up the top of our love some damn ski, and it's terrible, but it just goes so hard, and I love it, and I love her. So again, shout out to you, Sexy Red Boo. Keep doing your thing. Don't change for nobody, girl.
And if y'all not familiar with Sexy Red, that's the young lady who describes the color of her two hoes. For all the listeners, just now tuning in. Y'all can just use y'all imagination. I don't want to quote the lyrics on air. Not while we live on YouTube. But yeah, man, we got a pretty lengthy docket for y'all today. Kendall is out sick. He's on FMLA. Montre called in, did no call, no show today. So y'all know he's probably gonna get fired. Also, we gonna let y'all. I got a phone number for y'all to call in. So listeners, if y'all would like to participate into the show, I'm gonna put the number up on the screen halfway through when we actually get to our main topics, the spaceships on Bankhead. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Fabo. When we get into that topic, we're gonna let y'all call in and have a discussion because I want to know if y'all really think aliens exist or if y'all think our government is capping. So we gonna get into that. But man. I think we'll start with Jaylen Brown, man. Did y'all see his historic NBA contract? 340, was it 340 mil? 304?
It was a lot. And that's good for him.
Yeah, we lost Blades, but it was a exponential amount of money. I think it was the richest contract in NBA history, if I'm not mistaken.
What was he saying he wanted to bring back black?
I got it. But it was 5 years, 304 mil. I'm gonna play a little snippet from his press interview the day after they announced his contract, his historic contract.
For the mic before asking questions, thank you.
Hey Jaylen, what do you plan to do with the generational wealth? I mean, what do you plan to do off and on the floor with this new contract?
Well, that's a great question. I want to launch a project to bring Black Wall Street here to Boston. I want to attack the wealth disparity here. I think there's analytics that supports that, stimulating the wealth gap could actually be something that could be betterment for the entire economy. With the biggest financial deal in NBA history, it makes sense to talk about, one, your investment in community, but two, also, the wealth disparity here that nobody wants to talk about. It's top 5 in the U.S. It's something that we can all improve on. It's unsettling. And I think through my platform, through influential partners, through selected leaders, government officials, a lot who are in this room, that we can come together and create new jobs, new resources, new businesses, new ideas that could, highlight minorities, but also stimulate the economy and the wealth gap at the same time. I think that could be a mix of commercial entities, real estate, residentials as well. Boston could be, a fully integrated, self-sufficient, hub, attacking minorities and stimulating the wealth gap. I think Boston could be a pilot, not just for wealth disparity here in the U.S., but also for around the world. So you asked me what I wanted to do or what I want to do. One, I want to, attack that wealth gap here in Boston, create a project. Also, I want to help stimulate the overall economy, and I want to bring Black Wall Street here to Boston.
Yeah, shout out to brother Jaylen Brown. He smoked that. I don't know if that was something that he thought about prior to this, but
Shit, they calling in a bunch of ERs.
you said what? But yeah, Blaze,
I said they probably over there calling them a bunch of hard ERs.
a bunch of hard yards. Well, that wasn't my experience in Boston. I thought Boston was a lovely city. Real small streets though, coming from Texas. So Blaze is on his own with that, saying that the Bostonites are probably calling him the hard ER. Because for everybody who's listening, I think Boston has a historic racism in that city. Which I mean, which place doesn't in America, Blaze? But yeah, man. Like I said, he smoked that. I think that everything that he said was apropos. It's kind of refreshing to see athletes talk like this. I mean, we talked about Zion Williamson before on the show, and we saw how Zion spends an exponentially amount of money on his fetishes on these women. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of refreshing to see Jaylen Brown talk about doing stuff for the community first, and his heart is in the right place. Being a kid from Atlanta, though, I was wondering how Atlanta felt about that, because Atlanta got one of the largest wealth disparities in the country, and he's talking about doing all this stuff in Boston, and he didn't say much about Atlanta at all. Leslie or Blaze, did that come across your mind when you heard him speak about that?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't. I don't know really the details of like the players, where they're from, and all that stuff. I kind of just jump in at like who's cute or who's in the headlines. That's
Yeah.
kind of where my antennas go up. But anything other than that, I'm sorry, I don't know.
She said he was cute. You a fool, Leslie. But what you? I mean, did you like you just heard his speech? What did you think about some of the stuff that he said?
I think it's definitely good stuff, and I think that what he's doing is great. And maybe I don't know, maybe he feels like since Atlanta has so many, Black people making moves and doing their thing, that he probably just maybe wanted to do something elsewhere, since Atlanta kind of like has their own Black, like everybody know Atlanta is kind of like pro-Black. Everybody is just there doing their thing, Black people wise. Everybody trying to get to the bag, and it's just a lot of stuff going on. And for those who have never been to Atlanta, like, it's a really great place. It's like just like a Black heaven, like seriously, like it's a good time. I wish Kendall was on so he could speak on the Atlanta part. But maybe that's why he's trying to do it elsewhere, because Atlanta kind of has their own thing going already.
Yeah, and Floyd just said 95% of NBA players do stuff in the city that they love, and I'm in the city that they play for. I agree with that, but like sometimes that hometown, it's just a little different. He probably does stuff in Atlanta as well. I'm not exactly sure about him, but like I said, to me it was just refreshing to hear him mention bridging the wealth gap and doing some stuff for our community first. That was the very first thing he mentioned. You know what I mean? And he talked about getting partners involved.
I like that he's scared to speak up.
Facts, yeah, because it's very seldom do we see that outside of Kyrie and LeBron, and typically when they do, they get a shot down. This has been seemingly received well by the vast
even during
majority.
the Black Lives Matter thing. Remember, he was up front.
Yeah. So like I said, it's dope that he ain't afraid to speak up and to see that.
Hey, the conversation was more about do he deserve that contract though? That's what the sports fans was talking about. What you think? This is
a slippery slope here. I definitely think I think what he brings to the Boston Celtics, he deserves that contract. I don't think Boston is going to win anytime soon. If that answers your question, like, you know what I mean? I don't think that they have the pieces. I think the Tatum and Jaylen Brown situation, I think it don't mesh well. One thing I think he should be the person to take the last shot. I might be sounding kind of wild right now with them having Jason Tatum. I think Jason Tatum is the guy to get you there, and Jaylen Brown is the guy to close. That's just how I look at it. I don't know how you feel about that, Blaze, or any other sports fan, but that's just how I look at it.
I mean, he was top 15, top 20 player, but they was in a bond. Like they ain't had no choice but to pay him. Like he made second team All NBA. Yeah, so it's just the nature of the league right now, especially with the new E deal coming.
Yeah.
So I'm just interested to see like if he getting that, like what Giannis, what Luka gonna get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, he was in Supermax territory though. Is Giannis and Luka in Supermax territory
Right.
yet? Did you hear me, Blades? I don't know. I think Blade's still having technical issues over there, so we're gonna wait it out until he come back in. But yeah, man. Like I said, like there's the other players who probably should just get just as big a deal as him. But like I said, I thought from my standpoint that that Jalen deserved this contract. You know what I mean? So like I said, just hopefully Tatum is the one to get him through here in the future. Leslie, did you watch the fight last night?
No, I did not.
You ain't watched the fight. You was gallivanting that hard that you missed this fight.
Yeah, I did. I was trying to be honest.
I know they had it on at the bar you was at.
Well, I got there a little past fight time, so. But I did hear about it. Seemed pretty fun.
Leslie don't know nothing about no sports topics.
Man, shouts to Bud, man.
Yeah.
Shouts to Bud, man. He had his fist looking all lumped up. Like they were saying he was like looking like Martin off the Terrence episode.
Man, let me tell you something. This was I'm kind of glad that this happened though, because I was on the other side of the fence when it came to Earl Spence. I didn't think he fought nobody worth even mentioning. He ain't beat up on nothing but a bunch of Mexican and white people. You know what I'm saying? Like he fought one person that was past his prime. You know what I'm saying? One person of color. Like now he done finally ran into a wall. Like every time I've seen Earl Spence fight, I was not amazed by him. I was not astonished. I thought he had sloppy techniques. I thought he lunged forward way too much. And then he finally got into the ring with a real boxer that just stood there in front of him and let him do all that lunging shit and then just counter. And to me, it looked like Bud spared him. Bud could have been knocked him out earlier in that fight. It looked like he literally was pacing himself and just to get the people their money's worth. He could have ended the dude way sooner than what he did. Did you see the whole fight, Blake?
Bud went in there with a game plan and stuck to it, man.
Yeah. I
ain't see the whole fight. Like last couple rounds.
Yeah, you didn't miss much. The last couple rounds was pretty much how this whole entire fight went. Like he knocked him out in the second round. And then I think he didn't knock him down again until knocked him down. I don't think he knocked him down again until the seventh round. But he punished him that whole entire fight. It was like Mayweather-esque. You know how like people be bored with Mayweather fights because he an incredible counter puncher, so he completely negates any power puncher that he's fighting. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how it was. Like every time Earl Spence would lunge forward, Bud would just counter him, man, and he would make him pay, and it would just stop him dead in his track. He stopped him with a jab a couple times.
Put some respect on the name, man.
Say it again.
To put some respect on his name.
Oh yeah,
Put some respect on Bud's name, man.
Oh no, facts. I said I thought he was gonna win this fight from the get go. I didn't think.
I wonder who he gonna fight next though. That's gonna be.
Yeah, he made history last night, undisputed in two different weight classes. One thing I thought was dope that they brought up last night was he's a natural right-hander. He fought him southpaw the whole time. I guess he broke his hand at some point in his youth, and he learned how to fight with his left. So he's naturally right, but so he fought him southpaw. So that's why them right jabs was looking as devastating as they were last night. But I don't know. I have no clue who he's going to fight next. I don't even know who's left for him to fight, or if there's any competition, anybody worth watching him fight. You know what I mean? Because whoever he fight next, he is gonna beat up on. Bud is 35 years old, so hopefully somebody can catch him later on in his career and catch him. But I don't see nobody beating him no time soon. J Mac called it early on that he says Spence had been ducking his smoke for the last 2 years. I even think that detached retina shit when he's supposed to fight him like a year and a half ago was some bullshit. So I hate to see Errol Spence losing the fashion that he did, but it just proves, man, like sometimes you got to fight up to your competition. Like I hate to say it, man, but But brothers, man, we run sports. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, unless we fighting another brother, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to, like, gauge your skill level. Because if you just beating up on white people and Hispanics, I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just finally ran into somebody that's just that much more talented. You know what I mean?
So you basically saying he shouldn't have took his tail in that ring because he wasn't ready.
He knew
that kind of what you're saying?
No, he knew he wasn't ready. He even said it before the fight. He said I'm moving up to 156. I don't care what happened during this fight. That's what he said prior to the fight. All that Black Air Force One tactics that they did during the press conference, all that type of shit, I wasn't buying it. Earl Spence looked nervous the entire time leading up to this fight. He looked nervous. You know what I mean? And like I said, it showed last night because he didn't have nothing for him. He didn't even have the technical know-how to approach what Bud was doing to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just had to stand in front of them punches and take them. And he really got exposed. He ain't never gonna be the same fighter again. So,
maybe that'll make him be better.
Hopefully get in there and do something. I mean, we saw the same thing with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, he went there and got destroyed. He came back and didn't change his game plan. Didn't learn no new techniques. Didn't learn nothing. He just came in and
So
started.
should he have bit his ear?
All right, listen. I'm not doing this with you right now.
I'm just asking.
Man.
I'm just asking to kind of get out that situation. Like, what you supposed to do when you get beat up like that? Because if I'm getting beat up, I'm biting. I'm biting, kicking, pinching. But I know that they can't do that. But I'm just saying, you ain't beat me up.
All right. Listen, man.
I'd have bit him.
We're not
a
doing
decap, a shoulder blade, or something.
Leslie, you're out of control. Like, no biting in boxing. No biting. Like, stick to this. But all right, man. I'm gonna take the show in a different direction. I'm about to put the phone number on the screen. I'm gonna give y'all a second. I'm gonna go ahead and put the phone number on the screen. And what I want y'all to do is, once I introduce this next topic, is call in with your thoughts. This is the phone number, guys. You see it. This is the first time doing this, so it's gonna be a little awkward if y'all call and y'all got me loud in the background. I'm hanging up on you immediately. If y'all call and y'all get on all bullshit, I will hang up on you immediately. I'm not gonna play that, and I'm gonna rib the shit out of you when I do it as well. So, but what I want to know is, we named this episode "Spaceships on Bankhead" because our government has just released that they have extraterrestrials, or that they have non-human DNA they found, right? And they saying that this spaceship crashed on Earth, right? That's what they saying. That's what they want us to buy. So I want to know y'all thoughts. Do y'all believe that the United States government is in possession of aliens? Do y'all believe in aliens? Or do y'all think that they're trying to distract us from something? Yeah, the phone number's on the screen, 254-218-6705. Y'all can call that number and give y'all thoughts on whether or not the United States government is in possession of extraterrestrials. Let me ask my co-host, do y'all believe that the United States government has extraterrestrials?
I do. I ain't gonna lie to you. There's something going on. All these people, all these years, not just gonna keep saying that they see some damn UFOs and all this weird stuff, and then these people was just calling about these big figures in their backyard. What was that, a couple months ago or something like that? I personally think that it's real. I do, but as long as they stay over there, we good. But I think we should be good because Black people tend to mind our own business, and we ain't going picking with them, and we not trying to cut them open and figure out what's inside. Like, I feel like if we saw some alien, we'd be like, oh shit, we're going to the right, the alien, you're gonna go to the left, and we're gonna mind our damn business. Others are a little more, a little bit nosy. Our nosy is
I need to see some evidence.
I need to see some evidence too. Like, I need to see a body.
I don't think they gonna show.
Yeah, man. If y'all got this shit, show me some pictures, man.
Okay, so
yeah, they was under oath, but I don't believe nothing the motherfuckers say.
No, not at all. You know how many motherfuckers done lied under oath?
Not under oath.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know how many motherfuckers done lied under oath before? Okay, let me ask you this then. Are aliens allowed to say the N-word?
Right. Depends on what color they are.
Who they ride with.
It depends on what color
they with us. With us.
They with us. So if aliens got some melanin, but if they aliens, how would we know if they got melanin or not? Hang on a second. We got a caller. Let's see.
Call from
Floyd.
Floyd, you hear, brother?
To
Can
accept,
can you
press
hear
1.
me?
To send a voicemail,
I don't know why
press
it's
2.
doing that. I don't need to hear the voicemail. Let me see. Floyd, are you there?
Call from
Floyd.
All right, listen, I don't know why this is doing this.
call from
Are you saying Floyd the voicemail?
That's giving jail
To
That's
vibes.
on God is
press
giving
1.
jail
To send a
vibes.
voicemail, press 2.
Hey, listen, hold on a second. I don't know why this is doing this. I'm just gonna call him directly because I don't know why this is doing this.
I had a flashback,
Yeah,
Joe.
there we go. I'm calling y'all back because I have no idea why this is giving. Why I don't know why my phone is giving collect call vibes. Like this is the first
Bro,
time.
for real. You sent me straight. It says
Straight to-
Jerome Williams with the podcast.
Right. Sent you right to thing.
Straight to voicemail.
Straight to voicemail. Brandon, I'm gonna get back to you in a second, brother. I see you just called. I don't know what the hell is going on with this thing. I'm telling you, man, this is like one of them days, bro. You try something new, you try to elevate to the next level. And I probably should have took this on the test run first because you know we do the show live. So, do you believe?
Probably.
Right. Hey, shut your ass up, Blaze. do you believe the United States government has aliens, Floyd?
Bro, I believe there's something out there because back then it was easier for them to hide and cover it up. Nowadays, it's too many people with phones and cameras, so it's hard to hide it. So that's why they started to come out with it.
So you on that side of the fence with it. You believe?
I think it's something out there. I don't know if it's alien because it's not of this world, but I think they be on some BS too at the same time though. So you can't completely believe the government.
Oh no, they listen. They supposed to be giving the stimulus. They told us global warming wasn't real, but y'all riding with aliens, right? That's what y'all.
They told us COVID real.
Yep, they told us COVID. Yeah,
Told us the vaccine work.
The vaccine work, all that stuff. But y'all y'all believe that we got aliens. Okay,
Yeah.
Floyd, can the aliens?
Nah, it's just a lot. I think they got a lot of stuff going on, man. The government is the government. Period.
Mm-hmm. Can the aliens say the N word, Floyd?
Nah, they not from the hood, bro. They can't do that.
How you know they ain't been through shit on their planet? How you know they ain't got no hood on their planet?
Well, they can say the A word. You know what I'm
They
saying?
oppressed too, man.
They can say the A word. What's the A word?
They been through oppression, bro.
Okay. You saying they can say the one with the A on the end, not the ER?
No, I don't think they say either, man. I don't know.
You don't know?
Oh no, they can't be out here.
Well, Floyd,
they ain't passed the test.
all right, Floyd. Listen, man. Thank you for tuning in to Unlabeled Podcast, bro. We appreciate you calling. And listen, bro. While I'm working through this, don't judge me, okay? I still want you to tune in every week. Don't be coming over here be like, oh, Jerome, then they got collect call numbers over there.
Yeah. I'll let Blaze review. It's all right.
Yeah. Did you like that country playlist that Blaze had?
Hey, bro, I listened to that thing 7 hours straight, bro.
7 hours straight.
That thing got me from Missouri
there.
Bro, it got me from Missouri to North Dakota, bro. I'll take it.
Bro, y'all are too country for me, man.
There you go.
All right. Bye, Floyd. I gotta get to some other callers. Bye. All right. I'm calling Brandon back and see what he had to say about these aliens.
Man, these better be the I don't want no ET aliens. I want
What kind of aliens you want?
female aliens.
You said female aliens?
Yes, the female aliens.
Good afternoon. I was thinking the same thing too, Blaze. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Mm-hmm. Brandon, do you believe that the United States government is in possession of aliens?
Sure. Yeah,
Sure.
I do.
You don't sound too convincing.
Oh no, that ain't what I called in for. Good afternoon, everybody, listeners. Blaze, Leslie. I'm worried that Trey ain't on here. Did he get fired this week?
No, he did a no call, no show. He on his last week.
Oh, God. I mean, darn it.
Man, hey, don't be the Trey whereabouts.
Oh, okay, yeah. Gotcha.
Y'all got a petition. Y'all signed a petition.
Right. But nah, do I believe they're in possession of it? Possibly. Who knows? They tell us anything. But I really just called in to say Fabo was right. When he was mentioning that he was seeing spaceships on Bankhead, nobody believed him back in the day. But I mean, now look at it.
They're there.
Brother was a prophet.
Fabo was high out of his mind. Have you listened to the lyrics of those songs?
I mean,
go.
But how do we know that he was high out of his mind?
Because he said it.
Seeing with his third eye.
He's seeing with his third eye. You think he was on DMT or some shit? You think he was seeing sacred geometry? No, that nigga was high. That's what was wrong with Fabo.
Fabo has warned us for so many years that he was starting to see spaceships on Bankhead. Now, going to the question, can they use the N word? They would need to take that over Dr. Umar and his people. That's just my thoughts on it. But yeah, I really ain't had too much to add this week, man. Y'all keep going. Unlabeled the podcast merch. Jerome, I got my stuff. That T-shirt, man. I don't know if you went to the Lord himself and got that cotton. But, I got to be careful when people in cotton. But that cotton was so soft. And the hoodie, it's still 139 degrees in Texas. But, yeah, that hoodie is soft as well. Like I say, man, y'all keep going as the pod. But that merch, I'm a fan of it. I'm buying more. But yeah, man, y'all keep going. Again, like I say, good afternoon, Leslie, Blaze, Rome as well.
Yes, sir.
I wish my dog Trey was here, but I
brother, appreciate you.
I think the aliens got Trey.
Oh, I'm done, bro. Y'all have a good rest of the show. I'm gonna go back to watch.
All right, Brandon. All right. We're gonna get one more call on the line here. Cause I'm trying to figure out, bro. I can't believe that most people believe this shit, man, about these aliens, fam. That's crazy. That's wild. Kyrie, are you there?
That's because you know some secrets about the government because your butt was in the military, so you know some stuff you just can't tell us because they probably made you sign some shit and took your fingertips and stuff.
G14 classified.
G14 classified, right. I'm sorry that the number was sending you straight to voicemail. But I had to get back to you, brother. Do you believe that the United States government, is in possession of aliens?
I don't know what they're in possession of, bro. But what I do want to address is Leslie is classic. When black people join the military, they think we got the secrets to the world.
Yeah.
I remember when I graduated basic training, my cousin said, "How many people they teach you to take out at once?"
They taught me all they taught us was defend ourselves really good against one person.
Right, exactly.
Right.
But going back to aliens, bro, I don't know. I feel like I meet everything with skepticism when it comes to the U.S. government because I want to know, like, what was the point of the meeting anyway? Like, y'all really was just like, oh, I can't tell you right here, but I could tell you in private. So I don't know, but I always believe there's got to be like some other life forms out there. We ain't the only ones. We can't be there. Like, it's too big, bro.
Yeah, you got a point there. That's on. I believe it. I just don't think that it's gonna happen in our lifetime, like where we gonna meet or even encounter something like that. I think it's all just theoretical now. You know what I'm saying? And I think some alien civilizations might be just as far behind as we are. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so that's just my thoughts on it. So I definitely don't believe the government is in no damn possession of aliens, or would they dispose that information to the general public? Like, I think they were trying to distract us from something.
My brother made a good point. He said if you're looking for no further Sade, she been fine for too long.
Yeah. Sade might be an alien because she has been fine for quite some time now, and no signs of slowing up.
You know who else an alien? Steve Harvey mustache.
All right. Listen here, dog. This is what we doing, right? This is why I don't like having callers on my show. This is what we doing. Steve Harvey mustache. All right. Hey, listen, dog. Can the alien say the N word?
Can they say the N word, bro? It's a word. I don't have a problem with it, bro.
Oh, okay.
As long as they not using they're not getting a Jason Aldean on with it, bro, I'm straight.
Well, okay. Yeah, Blaze said they can say it if they fuck with us. He said if they fuck with the White House though, they can't say it.
Yeah, if they on some try that in a small galaxy, I'm not rocking with them, bro.
Well, Kyrie,
hey, but that's all I had to say, though.
All right, Kyrie, thank you for calling in, brother.
Yeah.
All right. Dog, listen, man. I don't like y'all.
Salute,
I don't like our listeners, fam. Like, yeah.
Try that in the small galaxy.
Try that in the small galaxy.
all life. If they on all life forms matter, then
all life forms matter. I'm done, dog. Y'all completely out of control today.
What if Avatar aliens?
The Avatar aliens? Oh, they just blue monkeys. Then they just like us. Oh man, listen. All right, I'm getting this phone number off the screen. I messed up somewhere. Yep, let me fix that. All right, yeah, today's just not going as well as I thought it would go. But anyway, yeah. So that's, I guess that's enough about the aliens. We didn't get no further in our investigative reports here at Unlabeled. Hopefully next week, after we do a little deeper dive, we can have a bigger discussion. But
hey, Ron, I might have to start making some more playlists.
What's that?
My country playlist is on fire right now.
Yeah, bro. Everybody
got some competition, buddy.
Yeah, you might have to start putting something out there because 7 hours. Floyd said listen to it for 7 hours, bro. Floyd still listen to Jeezy too. Like he's like the old Jeezy. He play that right now. Like ain't nothing wrong with it, but I'm just saying he ain't updated his music at all. So 7 hours, bro. That's pretty impressive. But in other news, Bronny James, y'all. Bronny James, he suffered a cardiac arrest during a practice at USC. Was it is it UCLA, USC? Which school you go to?
I think it's USC. I know that part.
Yeah,
USC.
Okay. USC. Yeah, he suffered a cardiac arrest. They was able to revive him. He looked healthy a couple of days afterwards. He was spotted out at a restaurant with his dad and his brother. Man, yeah. I don't know what y'all thought. What were y'all thoughts? Y'all think that he should stop playing basketball?
I'm glad he all right, man. I'm glad he seemed like he back to good health. But I'm worried for his playing career because that could definitely put a hamper on him.
Yeah. If you were a parent, would you want to stop your child from pursuing professional sports if something like that happened?
I mean.
If you were a parent, you are a parent.
Extremely concerned, but you got to think he got. Well, yeah, but I would be extremely concerned. But you got to he getting the best possible care on the planet right now. So if they say he good to go, I mean, DeMar Hamlin back on the field, Bronny can get back there.
Yeah, that was my thoughts as well. And it's and also if it's something that he wanted to pursue. Just let him live out his dream. Life is short. We all gonna die anyway. So like let him pursue his dream. Leslie, what was your thoughts? If something like that was to happen to your child, would you want them to keep pursuing professional sports, or would you want them to stop it?
As a mama, sit your butt down, baby. Your daddy did it. We got a couple dollars. You good to go. But I would support my child's decision if they did want to. Get back into playing ball, but I would, like Blaze said, definitely ensuring that he has the best medical care and you're going to take it easy. And if I even feel like you're sweating too hard, you're sitting down. And that's just coming from a mother's side. Of course, I know it's probably a little different as fathers or as athletes. You guys kind of understand that. And then, like you just said, we all got to die. Like, that's not how moms think. Like, no one's going to die. Like, nobody's going to die. So, as a mom, I would definitely want him to just sit down and take it easy. But again, I would support him if that's what he really wants to do. I'm going to be there for you. And we're going to make sure, again, you have the best care and we're going to just ride it out. But I would prefer my child to probably just relax and just try something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tough because this is one of my biggest inhibitions about letting my son play football is because those major injuries like that. I mean, this is something that's clearly medical, not more so injury. You know what I mean? But like I said, these are the chances you take when you use your body. You know what I'm saying to for a professional sport or whatnot. But yeah, I would definitely be concerned. But as long as he wanted to pursue it, I would let him pursue it because, like I said, life is short. If you listen to this podcast out there, you should be pursuing your dreams anyway.
Mm-hmm.
What are you about to say, Blaze?
Well, I'm curious to see how it's going to affect this. I'm curious on the affect the playing going forward because they might make him sit out. He might have to sit out some time for this.
Yeah, I heard he.
So they get everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard he dropped to the second round anyway. It was reported either a few hours or the day before this cardiac arrest even took place that they was projecting him as a second round draft pick from his from the way he was playing in practice. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. We just have to wait and see what other news comes out about this. I'm just glad that he's alive. I'm glad that he's healthy because after seeing LeBron at the ESPYs with his whole family up there, man,
for sure.
that was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And this was not something that I went to hear a week after that. You know what I mean? Or a few weeks after that. Yeah, I'm just glad because, like I said, that's one. I know we like to do this. We like to project. You know what I'm saying? And we see a black family together, like with Jada and Will, T.I. and Tiny, and then this further stuff going along. You start seeing and learning more stuff, and you be like, ugh, like. But LeBron, them, man, they are a beautiful representation of black love and the black family. So I don't want to see anything happen to that family anytime soon. Yeah. So. Yeah, thoughts and prayers out to LeBron James and his family, and like I said, hopefully we don't have any issues with him moving forward.
Yeah, shout out to his mom. Like the moms, I feel like, especially like with the dads being in the spotlight, the moms kind of like be in the background. But shout out to his mom, like just for being strong enough to be by your baby's side and having to witness that and still be there for your other kids. So shout out to Mama too. You got to give her some love and praise too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And not to switch gears too abruptly, but have y'all heard that Travis Scott album yet?
I have heard like bits and pieces, but
great album, man. You know what? I'm not no huge Travis Scott fan. Like he got that I like, but he like music. Like he runs with this shit.
Yeah. If y'all don't understand, but Blaze said he ain't the hugest Travis Scott fan, but he make music. And I totally agree with that statement. I'm not a huge fan of his personality. The
production is out of control, man.
Yeah, it's out of control. Like I'm not the biggest fan of Travis Scott's personality, but as far as his music making ability, his ability to produce, he's on a whole nother level. I think he got one of the best discographies. Like I thought about this a couple years ago. I think I even played some of his tracks on the show before. Just paying homage to Travis. But that kid is amazing. He got one of the most solid discographies. Him, Kendrick, Kanye, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got some of the most solid discography. He's on a completely another level. And I think I might, out of all the artists that I just mentioned, I think I might like his discography the best. You know what I'm saying? But Mike Dean, executive produced this album, produced a couple tracks on this album. He worked, this album sound extremely expensive. He worked with some of the best and the brightest in the music industry. You could tell that they really wanted this to be successful.
It definitely sound like some money.
Yeah. And it's projected to sell 500,000 in the first fucking week. When was the last time we seen an album sell 500,000 in the first week?
That's right now because motherfuckers sell less than 100,000, 200,000.
And that's a good week. Like you sell 60K in the first week, that's a good week. He's projected to sell 500,000.
That's top tier. That's top tier, yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. I hadn't seen this in forever. So like I said, kudos to Travis Scott. If y'all ain't listened to that album, y'all doing yourself a great disservice.
For it to be so anticipated, he definitely lived up to it.
Yeah, 100%. And on the heels of that the Astroworld debacle where the raging caused somebody to throw a fan off a balcony, or a fan fell off a balcony, and several other incidents that he's had in the past. I thought, like I said, this was like a defining moment in his career. He could not have missed, and he didn't miss. This album is phenomenal, fam. Like from front to back. A lot of people like the first half less than the second half. To me, the whole project is cohesive. We came here, we talked about Killer Mike, and I talked about how it was a cohesive project and people weren't really making albums like that no more. Nah, Travis, he delivered. And some of the features, I was completely shocked. Like the song he had with Rod 49.
Rod 49 go crazy on that.
He go crazy on that joint, fam. And like if y'all not familiar with Rod 49, he got that song called Vulture Island. He's a New Orleans rapper. I don't know what the connection with Travis is, or if Travis just mess with him or whatever. But to hear him over Travis Scott beat, he definitely delivered on that, and I want to hear more of that because that shit sounds so good.
21 showed up on that album too.
Yes, twice, twice. Everybody, all the features on this album delivered. And speaking of features, that's one of my favorite things about Travis Scott albums. I don't know when he started this, but I noticed this about 2 albums ago. He just don't listen. The album with Biebs and the Trap on there. he don't list the features. So you it's almost like an Easter egg hunt. You got to listen to the album to see who's on it, and
be surprised.
Yeah, and be surprised and whatnot. And I love that marketing tactic from somebody of his caliber. I can't say everybody can deliver that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't make these cohesive projects like that. But for somebody of his caliber, I love that tactic. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you got a favorite track on there, Blades?
I think as far as younger artists, he definitely separated himself from the pack. Like he out of there.
Yeah, he out of there. Yeah, this is different. But I said that you got a favorite track on there?
What's the one with the one with Rob 49? I can't remember the name of it. And the one with Dress, I like that one. And I like the one with Thug.
Thug, you said Thug. Yeah, Schizo. Schizo is the one with Thug. That's one of my favorite joints on there. I was late to the Young Thug party. I didn't realize what he brought to the game. I just didn't really connect with him too well. And then somebody mentioned that how good of a vocalist he was, and that was when it registered me what Young Thug brought to the game, and I became a bigger fan of Thugs over the years. It's unfortunate, everything he got going on with this Rico case and whatnot. But that song,
and Young Thug got a good discography too.
Yeah, he do got a good discography. Like I said, I was late to the party, so I don't want to take no credit. Like,
me too.
I was.
I had to apologize to Young Thug.
Yeah,
I had to apologize to him.
Yeah, he grew on me.
Yeah,
he grew on me drastically because, like I said, pause. But yeah, I mess with Young Thug a lot, and he said he got a real right. He got a real dope discography, and that song Schizo on this album go crazy. It's a 5-minute song. He changed up the beat like 6 times in that song. It's hard as hell. And then, but my favorite track on the album is Modern Jam. Like that's the song that speaks to me. That should give me Ibiza, South Korea, Busan vibes. Like I need to be in a rave somewhere around sweaty white people. I need to be seeing starships from Bankhead while I'm listening to that shit, because that shit go crazy to me, man. So I was on my way to work and that shit came on. I was like, oh, he got one. I think I was doing like 90 on the freeway. Yeah, that shit slapped though. But yeah. Do yourself a favor and go ahead and pick and check out that Travis Scott album. Let it rock. I would suggest listen to it from beginning to end. Don't kind of jump around. Let some of the tracks play out, because like I said, the album moves a lot. So it starts off at a high pace, then it kind of slows down, then it picks up like mid pace, and then it speeds up again. You know what I mean? It does all this type of stuff. Like most people ran straight to the Drake song per usual. I always hate that. That's tacky. And but yes, I am definitely trying to pop a perk. perk. I don't know if a perk is a downer. I don't want to pop no perk, because I got a hyper personality, so I don't do well off of downers. Like they always make me hallucinate. Or uppers. I'm sorry, I mean downers. I need a downer. Uppers they'll make me hallucinate. My brain be going too wild. But yeah, man, do yourself a favor and go check out that Travis Scott album. It's fire. It's absolutely fire. Best. It's gonna be hard to compete with that or Killer Mike. Even with what Nas offered, I like what Nas did on that album, but it was no comparison to that Killer Mike and what Travis Scott has done up until this point. Leslie, do you think Mitch McConnell is AI?
Let me tell you something. I had to watch the clip with this man like a good 4 or 5 times, because I'm like, what is going on? Like, he is real life glitching in front of us. But then he's also like 112. So like, at what point are we going to just make him sit down? But yeah, he's something is going on with that guy for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he completely glitched out. He completely glitched out. I don't know what was going on with him, but somebody mentioned this is why we should have term limits for those senators.
No, for real.
Yeah, because that's scary, man. Like this person that's almost like, clearly he having some kind of mental or health breakdown. We seen the same thing with the goofball in the White House right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where these guys is falling, they passing out, all kind of crazy shit. Like, it should. Yeah, like, and it makes you question their mental health. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to have, be an ageist or, say that older people can't perform, you know what I'm saying? But it should definitely be some limitations to it, some evaluation, something. I feel the same way.
Or once they start showing certain signs,
right,
then y'all need to jump in, because there's no way that y'all gonna make me believe or follow or trust anything that this man is saying. He just stood here like, and then everybody just looking around. He didn't even know what the hell was going on. Like, no.
Yeah.
It was unfortunate too.
It's extreme.
I don't feel bad for him though. Sorry, I don't, because he's one of those. But
yes, I can't say I don't feel bad for him. It's just American society. We know 90% of the people in this country are idiots. So they'll follow and listen to anything. So it's really hard when you kind of like on the outside looking in and just being like, God damn, like y'all believe this fool? Like somebody just posted on Instagram the other day a clip of where they were giving away, I guess, burgers and fries for the vaccine. Did I miss that? Were they doing that one time or something? And they had a politician. Yeah, they had a politician on TV saying, he's like, if this appeases you, and he's sitting up there eating burgers and fries at a press conference, he was like, go get a vaccine. And I think that might have been in the state of Florida or some shit. And that was wild. I'm just like, I can't believe people bought this. I would be embarrassed to even go on TV. That's what I'm saying. I would be embarrassed to even go on TV as a senator, as some public official, and even do that to antagonize people to go get a vaccine. That shit is ridiculous, beyond embarrassing.
And I feel like, of course, they were targeting
minorities,
specific people. Like that type of stuff irritates. Like, I don't know. That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah. But Brandon, he pointed out, he did bring up a couple weeks ago. He said that he felt like there should be term limits, and I agree. Like, I think when you reach a certain age, they make well, they don't make, but a lot of CEOs, they go get full physicals to evaluate their health so they can see if they can continue performing on their jobs and whatnot. So I think that more of that should be done. You know what I mean? I think more should be done.
That's the same way we feel with old people driving. Like sitting there old as hell, like you 105, can barely go past 10 miles per hour. Like, I'm like, oh my God, like, where are your kids? Where are your grandkids? Like, my grandmother would never. Like, my grandmother is never attempt to be trying to drive, catching a bus anywhere. Like, where are your kids?
Now, we can't be insensitive, Leslie. Like, some people don't have children. Some people don't have family. Some people.
It's somebody. Yeah. Like, I don't feel like there's absolutely positively nobody. And even at that age, like, I feel, even if, okay, say for instance, you are an older person, but at 90, even as a doctor, I don't know, I just feel like there should be some type of system to where when we have people that are that old, like, to just do a welfare check out the gate. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know. But I just feel like after a certain age, welfare checks are necessary to make sure that these people are okay. Let them get their vision checked again.
The welfare is Social Security, and because our government is abusing it, and we won't have it for our generation at all. Good luck, Kyrie and Brandon. Y'all really ain't gonna have it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a bigger societal issue that we should really pay attention to. Like, I remember being a young cat that would help old folks. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see somebody struggling. Like, I know we don't cherish that in our society no more. Everybody too busy and everything moved too fast to even, give a damn about an older person or somebody.
And I'm total opposite. I still, like, if I'm at the grocery store and I see an older person, like, seriously reaching for something, I'll get it for them and put them in their car. I've done that several times for people. Of course, holding doors, just assisting with anything. If I see an older person and they look the least bit in distress, I'm jumping in to help, because again, I have a mother, I have a grandmother, I have aunties, and then eventually I'll probably get old, and you just need to be that type of person. But yeah, I just feel like sometimes older people, like, people just don't care and they just slip through the cracks, and that's just not cool. That's not fair.
No, not at all.
It's not okay.
Yeah. So, but one thing I would like to Leslie's point, and what we were talking about earlier, just make sure y'all checking up on y'all old folks. Like, y'all parent, like y'all, all of us young right now, we living our life, but we got to remember that our parents is getting old too. Our grandparents is getting old if they're around. So y'all do some health and welfare. Y'all see somebody old out on the street getting around, ask them if they need some help with something. You never know, man. Like, y'all might make their day. You know what I'm saying? You never know what people dealing with in real life. And older people suffer from depression and mental health issues a lot worse than young folks. You know what I'm saying? So, check in on your people, fam. Check in on your people.
Or just say good morning. Like, like, I was in Walmart the other day early, 7:00 in the morning in Walmart. and it's like plenty older people in there in the store. But it was just anybody that I walked to, good morning, how you doing? And just noticing like people were like smiling, like that really was making people day. Just me saying good morning, like you just never know how far just a simple gesture, like you said, will go. You never know what a person is going through. Me saying good morning could have really made a difference in whatever they had going on. They probably thought nobody cared about them, and then you got this little random little blonde head little chick walking around Walmart smelling like weed, talking about good morning, how everybody doing, so like you just never know. Just always be kind. That's all I got to say. Be kind to people. Please be kind.
Be kind. And Leslie pointed out something the other day to me that she think we should engage in. I call it pod wars. I'm starting to notice that a lot of podcasts are starting to take our content and ain't shouting us out. Hey, y'all got 1 week to apologize and respond, otherwise we're gonna start a war over here at Unlabeled. We coming at all y'all. Hey man, but Leslie, you got anything else to add before we get up out of here, sis?
I want again just everybody to have a wonderful week. Again, be kind. You never know what a person is going through. If you see an alien, just go the opposite direction because they ain't messing with us.
Unless it's Sade.
But no, seriously, just for real, let's just be kind to people. Live each day to the fullest because people are just as Mr. Brown said, people dying and they never died before. And I love y'all. I love everybody. So
get it together, man. Yeah, that's all I got too, man. Listen, we lost Blades. He was having some technical issues. This whole day was been full of technical issues, but I'm gonna piece something together for y'all throughout the week to keep y'all entertained, man. Listen, appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in. If y'all haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, this podcast is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere that you listen to podcasts at. Do us a favor. Go over there and comment, rate the podcast, do all that shit, because all that stuff helps us grow. And if y'all like what we doing over here, outside of the technical difficulties, show us a little bit of that support. Also, don't forget, we got a website. We got merch for y'all, man. Go to unlabeledmerch.com and pick some of that up. Y'all can also find the website on our web. Y'all can also find the merch on our website at wedefineourselves.com. That's also plenty of links to other places you can find this podcast at wedefineourselves.com. So like I said, man, please go over there and show us some support. You know what I'm saying? All that support helps us grow. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, share this with your folks, fam. Like I said, we trying to build a community over here and keep y'all involved. I'm gonna figure out what's going on with this number because I don't know what happened with that. Why I sound like a collect call either. So that's something we're gonna have to work through over the next couple weeks. Y'all know every time I take this podcast to the next level, we got some hiccups that we got to work through. So man, but listen, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Yeah, it is all right. It's all right, Leslie. And we'll see y'all next week with another episode of Unlabeled Podcast.
Bye,
Peace.